Think about a lingering emotion that you wish you could erase from your life. Reflect on all the ways you desperately try to push this emotion away. Now take a step back and truly see. In every frantic attempt to avoid this unwanted emotion, you end up nurturing it. The emotion that we don't want to feel is the emotion that we invite. What we resist will persist. If you try to avoid physical challenges at all costs, you will constantly find yourself struggling with them. Every complex ecosystem needs challenges to remain healthy. The same goes for your emotions. Embrace the difficulties of your feelings, for they will only become more overwhelming when you ignore them. Bring balance to your life. For many, the spiritual path is just another way of saying, I am not good enough yet. Today you might be trying to manage yourself into becoming a better person. For the thought of not being good enough makes you anxious and afraid. People will say that self-improvement only starts from a point of being broken. But in actuality, it is only yourself that wants to evolve from a good person to an even better one. The difference lies in being and becoming. If one cannot exist without the other, then there is no true distinction between them. But the question remains, how does one find joy in the process of becoming? Start by believing there is no end to your journey. Most will sell you a means to a satisfactory end when striving for your goals, but that does not really exist. There will never be enough power, money, or spiritual progress for those who seek it, but there is a choice on how you want to spend that time enjoying yourself. When you ever feel like you are stuck, focus on the enjoyment. You will see that your productivity will massively increase. Everything else will be like swimming downstream. Listen to this carefully. There is no enjoyment in becoming something you strive for, and if you just focus on being something, you will never reach that what worth striving for. These assumptions are false. The critical voice in your head often lies to you, insisting you can't do anything you want. Until you realize this, you're trapped. Imagine I tell you I'll be your boss for the next 3 months, criticizing you every 2 minutes. Would that be effective? Would it motivate you? Would you be excited to work? Would you want to work with me? The answer is no. Everything the critical voice says has a falseness to it. It is holding all realities as true and not true at the same time. Recognize it as only fear. No self-worth is built by listening to the critical voice and obeying it. Try convincing yourself to change from a place of hatred. Instead, use enjoyment as a measure of efficiency. It needs very little energy, and the enjoyment will actually make you feel energized. Choose what you do that is enjoyable, but also learn how to enjoy whatever you are doing right now. If you only do the things that are enjoyable, you are only trying to avoid what is eventually coming your way. You might say you don't want to do the things you don't enjoy any longer, but some things in life are inevitable. How many situations are not enjoyable by design? And how will you act on them? You won't be able to buy yourself out of the things that you don't enjoy, but you can incrementally try to enjoy it slightly more each time. Like working out won't give you the lean body you desire on the first try, but slowly each time, you increase your efforts to reach that goal. Consider this. Letting go doesn't occur just because you command it. It happens naturally when the time is right. At this moment, you might say that every single thing you want to do right requires effort. Work harder. Focus better. Apply more power. And then life will be great that way because you will get things done. But how would this be enjoyable? In the modern world, this is how this works, most people will say. There is some truth to that because for some they probably do need to work harder. Reliably, it can make most things in life a bit better. The critical voice in your head will say the same, but for the long term you can only make your life less enjoyable. Most of us might feel disempowered because of the consequences of our decisions and in trying to follow our truth. If you can feel that working hard can give you empowerment, you can get on the right path. But for that to work, you also need to learn to love yourself and not always be critical. What you soon discover is that unconditional love and true empowerment are inseparable. Empowerment without love is just raw power, which is never enough and can always be taken away. Love can help anyone across this entire spectrum, but the enticing part is the realization that you can improve so that you can be truly empowered. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish that what happens happen the way it happens. Then you will be happy. Stay inspired, Dom Mind.